Analytic Manager, Cognizant. On behalf of BASE, I would like to request Mr. Farooq Ali Khan, MCA, uh, lead consultant of Genpact, to chair the session. Farooq, sir, now over to you.
Thank you, Shine. Good evening, everyone, and Assalamu alaikum to everyone. So this is a really pleasant. So basically, we are here to get some understanding or knowledge from Mr. Abdul Ghafoor. I'm sorry, Mr. Abdul Ghafoor. Himself, his qualification and his designation describes that exactly what we're gonna get from him today. So definitely, I would ask everyone to. Oh, okay, one more thing before we start, I would ask everyone to please can you stop sharing your videos, so it will help you to reserve your bandwidth. And also, someone presenting your screen. Ramin, Mr. Shafiq Khan, if you can please stop sharing your video. And Abdul Hakim Khan also. So yes, so how will we proceed? First, we will go through a session where Mr. Abdul Ghafoor will help us to understand the industry, help us to understand the technology, and especially on the big data analytics. Big data, I think, with the big data and analytical part, and artificial intelligence, and its next generation other tools that we use for this section, I mean for the analytics. And then once it is over, so if you have any question, I would request if you can route your question through chat. So we will take it to Mr. Ghafoor and he can address us the question. So now it is to you, Mr. Abdul Ghafoor. So if you can continue, please. So.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks, BASE, for giving an opportunity to give a platform to share my knowledge. Okay, and thanks Saleh Bhai, thanks Hassan Bhai, and for everyone, every member of this BASE lecture. So as a myself introduction already informed. Okay, so myself Abdul Ghafoor, I'm basically belong to Murshidabad, West Bengal, and I did my graduation as well as MC for Ali Muslim University, and currently I am working in Cognizant as an analytics manager. Okay, so the purpose, okay, and I am going to give some lecture. Okay, so this is the summary of the lecture. First, I need to give lecture on objective of the lecture. Okay, I'm going to, because there are a lot of audiences, the Bengali, Hindi, and English. So I try to cover the Hindi, Bangla as well as English. Okay, and this I describe as the objective of this lecture. Okay, then as the importance of the data. Okay, high level overview of this big data, cloud, AI. Okay, and later I'll go in a deep actually this data, big data, cloud, artificial intelligence, and the scope. Okay, what are the future, what is the scope, how it is going to help, okay, as a student, as an academician, all section of people, okay, and how it is going to dominate this next another 5 to 10 years. That level I'll give the lecture. And after that, okay, there should be some question and answer session. You can ask any question. In the meantime, if I little bit fast or if you're not able to understand, okay, so please inform me early so that I can. Actually, main objective should be as an interactive session, okay, and I try to present as much as possible, okay, and people should understand. So if any point people are not able to understand, please let me know. So can I proceed?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, yeah, sure, please.
And anything, okay, any constant, please let me know. So I'm going to complete this within 1 hour. My total time is that, okay. It may extend 5 plus, okay, plus minus that kind of thing.
Okay, আমি 1 মিনিট নেব মুকুল ভাই, আমি বলবো যে I request to all the participants, please turn off your videos. যারা ভিডিও অন করে আছেন তারা কাইন্ডলি ভিডিও অফ করুন, অন্যথা আপনাদের কিন্তু ওভার দ্য টাইম রিমুভ করে দেওয়া হবে। কাইন্ডলি এটা আমাদের রেকর্ডিং হচ্ছে, সুতরাং আপনার কাইন্ডলি ভিডিও যাদের অন আছে তাদের ভিডিও বন্ধ করুন। থ্যাংক ইউ।
Okay, thank you. Okay, So the objective, okay, I may take a little bit Hindi as well as English and Bangla. So the objective of this lecture, okay, is a next generation technology, the big data, cloud, AI. Okay, I last 6 years I'm working on this technology. Okay, so I thought, okay, let me share this information to audience. Okay, so that people can understand what is the technology and how currently it is being used. And okay, there are students also, those who are technical, they're working a job. Okay, how, what is the relevant, okay, how it will going to help them, okay, for career changes kind of things, as well as a social level impact, that kind of I'll go and details. Okay, so there are three parties there. One is a big data, okay, normally we call it the big data analytics. Another part is a cloud, this is a big area also, and another AI. Okay, so that I am going to cover one by one. So the first thing I'm going to cover actually, so before going to big data, we have to understand the data. Okay, what is the data? What is the information? What is the relevance of data today's, okay, and 21st centuries? So that I am going to describe this one. So before going to give a lecture, I would like to say my own experience on one of the cases where, which will tell what is the importance of data actually and information. So the story is just a small story kind of thing. So I was in Chennai. I work on a small company, okay, and I work for a lab corporation America, one of the clinical lab. They have a various lab across the America. Okay, every state they are there. So normally in this lab, okay, every day normally हम लोग जब जाते हैं ना clinical lab में testing के लिए. So this lab normally per day 10 lakhs, 1 million testing they did actually. Generally this is a trend, okay. So what happened, they told, okay, and according to healthcare law in America, we have to keep 20 years healthcare data for any hospital, any healthcare institution, any research institution, any clinical lab. So we also do. So one of the process in our this project is that we have to provide every day whatever the positive cancer cases to American various state department. They told actually we have to provide to automate something. Okay, we have to provide this information to American state. So we are giving this data. So what happened, one day one of my manager asked me, okay, so tell Abdul, okay, there are some requirement came actually. The problem is that, okay, in America, they keep maintain the healthcare information, especially cancer per year kind of, this kind of thing. So suddenly one of the state, the cancer 5-fold increases, okay, cancer rate. So they need the data from us because we are the clinical lab, we are doing testing, right? So they requested, can you provide the more data about this one? Okay, more information about this one. So we again provide info. We initially provide what is the part every day, how many cancer. So now they look different type of cancer information. So now they detail information. So patient information, the patient date of birth information, patient gender information, patient race information, okay, patient address information, all the information is provided. So they analyze the data. After that analysis, they told that one type of cancer is 80%. So they now curious why this 80% on this particular area cancer increases. Okay, they did the data. They told, okay, we need as a detail because this specific cancer, what are the materials is available in human body, they need to know. So আরো data চাইলো, আমরা আরো data clinical data provide করলাম। সেখানে গিয়ে ওখানে সায়েন্টিস্টরা ওখানকার হেলথ কেয়ার ডিপার্টমেন্ট they discuss, okay. So this particular cancer, okay, they would like to know why this particular cancer, okay, and they identify only 80% cases are specific cancer, okay. This has increases 4 or 5 times, okay. So that time they call this, they ask, okay, some food habit department, that this location of the patient, all the patient, the race of the patient is the black or white. Then finally they found, okay, there are certain kind of patient which is a black, which eat the fish, okay, they have this kind of cancer is more actually. So after that they call the fishery department. So fishery department, they ask why, which what are the element normally available and why this kind of element available in this fish particular area and why it is available in coastal area, this patient. So fishery department, they do some testing or they do some analysis and finally they found, okay, particular specific in the sea in Florida area, this fish has the problem. Okay, so the problem is that there is some nuclear reactor is there So they are eating some nuclear radiation is happening. So this fish is affecting, and this fish eating by human being, this human being is a. So in that way, they find and they fix the issue. The objective of the conclusion is that okay, they are able to fix the issue, this data problem, okay, because they have the data and they are able to analyze this one. So this is very important for data for nowadays. So similarly in our country, okay, there are a lot of diseases happening. We don't know what is happening, why it is happening. We don't know. Only if we have any problem, we go to hospital, the treatment happen. Okay. So this data is very important, okay, for us. And if we have a more and more data, then it will help, okay. It will help for us to fix the solution, real solution for this one. So this is the thing. So this data and information. So in 21st century, if you ask anyone, who is the richest person in the world? So that time they'll tell, okay, who, you cannot say the person who has a more gold, who has a more office, who has a more business. So we can say the person or company who has a more and more data. Okay, he is the richest person. If you go in Google, आप लोग अगर Google में जाएंगे तो आपको अगर टॉप 20 अगर कंपनी देखेंगे दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी, उसमें देखेंगे ये 10 साल के अंदर जो टॉप 10 कंपनी है वो एक्चुअली है आपका डेटा रिलेटेड कंपनी. तो उसमें सबसे पहले आपका अमेज़न आएंगे, फेसबुक आएंगे, ट्विटर आएंगे, गूगल आएंगे, नेटफ्लिक्स आएंगे, ओला आएंगे, उबेर आएंगे, काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स. सो नाउ 21st century, ओके, जिसके पास ज्यादा डेटा है, he is a more and more rich actually. Okay, so why rich? Because if you have a data, okay, and if you can, okay, process and you can find out the meaningful information, so that time, okay, that will help, okay, to earn a billions of dollars for this one. So that is the data and information related, okay. So now I'll go to jump as a big data area, okay. Normally I told as the data. Okay, so now I need to jump. So audience, please, is it okay whatever I'm telling? Does it make sense? Just need a feedback.
Yeah, Prabhul bhai, we have a feedback. So if we can stick to the English and Hindi rather than Bengali, because few attendees are saying that they are not able to understand Bengalis.
Okay, that's fine. That is
okay. So this is the feedback till now we have. And we have some questions, but I think I'm just taking it down. So once your session is over, then we will answer them one by one.
Okay.
Or you would like to address them now?
Yeah, I will prefer now because I need to have a more interactive session. Okay, but I would like to more interactive now. So if you ask some questions,
so,
we have.
Yeah, we have one question from Mr. Atul Islam.
Okay.
He says how big data help in personalized medicine development.
Okay, definitely. So let's I just give an example, okay, on data. Okay, now I'll go to big data. After that, I think I will explain, okay, this question answer. Is it okay?
I think yes. So you can continue, and once you are done, we can go through the chat and we can respond to the questions that we'll have.
Okay. So I will this data level, okay, but I have a 3 area: big data and cloud and machine learning, right? So once I big data session I'll complete. So that time you can ask, okay? So it will be better. But let's explain first big data, okay? Makes sense, right? Hello?
Yeah, please continue.
Okay. So this is the normal data, okay, whatever I told, okay. So now, abhi ye hai ki now data is increasing, okay. So the data is increasing in the sense, last, okay, 50 years, whatever the data, abhi tak jo data aaya tha as a 2090. So 2022 उससे ज़्यादा data आ गया हम लोग के पास. So data is increasing. So now business is thinking, okay, for small data, okay, it's not a problem, but if we have a huge amount of data, तो हम कैसे वहां से मीनिंगफुल इंफॉर्मेशन निकाल पाएंगे, कैसे उस मीनिंगफुल इंफॉर्मेशन मेरे बिजनेस को हेल्प करेंगे, ठीक है. तो उस चीज पे तो तभी एक्चुअली ये बिग डेटा के कॉन्सेप्ट आया. तो बिग डेटा इज जस्ट एज ए कॉन्सेप्ट वेयर लार्ज वॉल्यूम ऑफ डेटा or a variety of data. Variety in the sense we have a normally we call it structured data, Excel format or RDMS. We have a unstructured data, some as XML, HTML or JSON. We have a audio data, we have a video data, we have a image data, we have a sensor data. So all kind of mixed kind of data. So how is huge amount of this data is going to help, okay, using the big data, okay, and how we can get a profit, okay. So that is so I am giving some statistics, okay. So normally we know, right, say how the data is increasing, okay. What is the current data every year increasing? So one example, normally we go as a, if we हम लोग अगर मूवी देखते थे, एक मूवी का जो सीडी आते वो 300 MB का, तो लेट अस कंसीडरिंग एज 1 GB एक्चुअली एक मूवी मान लीजिए, ठीक है। तो अभी जो एवरी ईयर, जैसे इस साल जो डेटा जनरेट हुआ, तो उसका डेटा के पहले जीबी से टेराबाइट, 1000 टाइम टेराबाइट, 1000 टाइम टेराबाइट इज 1000 टाइम पेटाबाइट, 1000 टाइम पेटाबाइट to 1000 टाइम as a hexabyte, 1000 टाइम hexabyte, how to data. So this volume of data is increasing. Now question is that how it is going to help, okay. So here I am giving one example, okay, so that people can understand. So how big data help, okay, for decision making or for a business point of view. So I can give one example is as a Facebook, actually I'm giving an example, okay. So हम क्या करते हैं, हम लोग जो फेसबुक के आईडी, फेसबुक के बारे में ये कहते हैं कि पूरी दुनिया में फेसबुक के पास 150 करोड़ आईडी है, ओके, मतलब 150 करोड़ के यूजर की उसके पास पूरा इंफॉर्मेशन है। तो इंफॉर्मेशन वो किस फॉर्मेट में है? तो नॉर्मली व्हेन वी ओपन एन अकाउंट, ओके, तो ड्यूरिंग ओपन एन अकाउंट, ओके, हम लोग क्या करते हैं कि एक फॉर्म फिलअप करना पड़ता है ऑनलाइन। उसमें मेरा नाम, मेरा एड्रेस, मेरा डेट ऑफ बर्थ, मेरा जेंडर, मेरा मतलब हॉबीज बोलना पड़ता है, मेरा पॉलिटिकल व्यू बनना पड़ता है, ठीक है, और मेरा क्या पसंद करते हो गाना, कौन सा संगीत, ओके, कौन सा चीज प्ले, कौन सा खेलना पसंद, सब कुछ इसमें इंक्लूड करना पड़ता है, ठीक है। तो ये हो गया एक फॉर्मेट। तो 150 करोड़ की यूजर की डेटा है, समझे। नाउ हैव ए क्वेश्चन, आप लोग क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं कि फेसबुक को कैसे पैसा मिल रहा है, ओके, अब फेसबुक क्या करे इस डेटा के साथ। सो नॉर्मली आई एम गिविंग वन एग्जांपल, सो सपोज देयर आर मल्टीपल, आई एम गिविंग एग्जांपल कि सपोज फेसबुक क्या करता है, जैसे पहला क्या करता है, 150 करोड़ जो यूजर है, हर दिन उसका जो बर्थडे है ना, वो बर्थडे को स्कैन करता है एक्चुअली, ऑलरेडी बर्थडे, तो उस पर्टिकुलर जैसे टुडेज डे में कौन कौन लोगों का बर्थडे है, ठीक है, तो ये बर्थडे के इंफॉर्मेशन फेसबुक प्रोवाइड करके उसके ग्रुप में जितने भी सर्कल सब लोगों को, तो लोग विश करते हैं, ठीक है। और उसके बाद आप क्या कि कोई बर्थडे में लास्ट टाइम उन्होंने क्या खरीदा था, वो भी इंफॉर्मेशन उनके पास पड़ा है, नंबर 1। नंबर 2 एक है कि जैसे हम लोग अभी इलेक्शन की टाइम है, ठीक है, तो फेसबुक में हम लोग क्या करते हैं, अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस डेटा वी आर टाइपिंग, वी आर सेंडिंग सम मैसेज टू फ्रेंड सर्कल, we have some positive sentiment, some person, we have some political party, we have negative sentiment. This is the analysis. So you can imagine, okay, every day how much type you did. So whatever the text data you are typing, also this data actually captured, and this data is stored in a Facebook site. Number 2. Number 3, we have a image data is there, right? We have a video data, okay? So that kind of information also available in so. So this large volume of data stored in Facebook. So what Facebook normally do? So first, okay, so some election point of view, okay. Now we have a one column is there, as a political view column is there in our. So sometimes people say left, sometimes people say right, sometimes people BJP, okay, pro BJP, against BJP, different view also. In America also. So what they did, they scan, okay, this particular column, okay, for all 150 crore user. And if it is happening in America, okay, so they America level, okay, all the America which has a vote rights particular state, they scan this one, okay, this particular, and they identify the email ID, mobile ID, this kind of things. So sometimes they are not able to identify because this is a blank, right? So what they do a text analytics, but whatever the text I put actually, so is it against Donald Trump or favor Donald Trump? So this is a text analytics kind of things. So this also, so for that, okay, throughout the 1 year, particular one user data, the pool actually, and they find out a sentiment on particular political person, and they keep phone number, mobile number, this kind of things, okay. So after that, when election time happens, so you know the WhatsApp number is there, mobile number. So what the political party, they send their manifest information, okay. to influence. So there are some party which is favor Trump, there are some party against Trump, there are some party which is neutral, people are neutral. So now they reach out to political party. So they told, I have this amount of election, okay, this amount of candidate information, who is against, who is favor, who is the neutral. So now they told, okay, if you need, okay, data, and if you want to give your ad, okay, please reach out to us. So this is actually a huge amount of money for involved for this one. Okay, so what they do normally reach out to political party, okay, and they continuously send the manifesto to influence the particular people who is a neutral. So to as a positive sentiment, he did a great job. He did it for America. He did this kind of thing. So within span, okay, 4 or 5 days, the brain was this one normally. Okay, this is not as ethical, but this is a business actually. So that during election time actually, they incline particular portion. So in that way, election influences happen. And now imagine every part of the world, if election is happening, everyone to go to reach out to Facebook. Okay, I need to know who is against, who is the neutral person to influence them, and they're giving a huge amount of money. Okay, so this is the one. So what they're doing using the big data technology, okay, high volume of data, very quickly they are processing this one. They are trying to identify the sentiment of the text data, okay, using machine learning, various technique, okay. And after that, they are identifying their mobile number, their email ID, their group email ID, their mobile number, everything they are capturing. And this data actually for their one business, actually great business for them actually, they are earning the money. So this is the one scenario Facebook. Another is that if you go, sometimes you say, I like A.R. Rahman music, okay. Sometimes you know, I like the Android phone number, okay. Sometimes text, sometimes in your Facebook text. Sometimes you mention, okay, I like particular movie, okay. So they capture slow motion movie, romantic movie. So when a movie company or a singing company, they are going to launch, okay, their thing, a mobile company. So that time this Facebook reach out to them. I have millions of billions of customers who like your song. Okay. So if you want to give your ad, okay, in your product, so we can do. So what they do in your page actually, wallpaper page, okay. So when you will open this one, you suddenly saw some of the new things came into your in Facebook ID, okay. And this ID, okay, they are saying, yeah, I'm launching a new song, or some new movie came, okay, romantic movie and something. So they are influencing to buy this product. So the profit is at both way, because this music company, they cannot reach out every person, right? They need to go and so they are reaching out to only Facebook, and Facebook is giving across the world every person's particular, okay, wall page or the first page, okay, there. So they are giving the ad, okay. So in that way, you are buying their product. In the meantime, if you open Facebook and if you search something, then you are gone. Your data already, they know whatever the things you visited. Even a birthday, okay. So birthday purpose, you are start searching something, some of your children birthday, wife birthday, or my birthday. You want to buy some product, right? So they already know, okay, what are the things they are already tracked the information, and they are sending the information to nearest your shop. Okay, this is the person last time buy from me, okay. So this time also he has a birthday, he's going to buy something. So at the same time, you can get some automatic message. You can get so many messages, right? So these are the area actually, big data. So in that way, they are actually whatever I can say, as if you go to sugar cane, आप लोग sugar cane गन्ने का जूस में लोग निकालते हैं, फिर भी ट्राई करते थोड़ा और निकल जाए. तो ऐसे वो जो डेटा है ना, डेटा से more and more meaningful, and if they are reaching out to every customer, okay, every people, okay. So instead of particular, okay, they can reach out to Facebook, and Facebook giving earning a lot of money, okay. So here Facebook with a perfect big data implementation area, one area, okay. Now again I can tell, okay, if I suppose I add my photo in Google or Facebook, okay, I have a less hair, okay, or I am using some Google Glass, okay. So what normally do they scan actually your photo? Okay, they scan all the person who has a less work, okay, less hair is there, all the person who has some glass is using, okay. So now they scan this one photo and they identify how many people, what is the phone number, what is the email ID. Now they reach out to glass company, okay, they are also hair transportation company, okay, and they are saying, okay, oh, if you want, I have this kind of customer is there, if you want to give your ad, okay, I can give particular, I can customize this wallpaper. So there is a head competition. If you can do the 20,000, yeah, if you are some Google Glass, some new kind of Google Glass is there, Goggles is there, okay? So new brand is there. So they are giving, and in that way, this they are reachable. This glass company or hair company reach out to us, and they are earning more. So all are as a win-win situation. So this is another area, actually. This is another area of big data implementation. So here actually is same thing. We have 150 crore people are there, right? They are scanning, they are processing this work. So there are so many techniques are there in big data world. Okay, they can process the image and identify this one. Some machine learning algorithm is there. Okay, and that way they are finding this one. Okay, so this is another as a use case. So I think one of my brother he asked me. So the big data implementation, is it make sense for him? Or some I have some other example I can give also. Audience?
Yep. It was a question from Atul Islam. Ataul Islam. So Ataul, I think that is to your question, right?
Hi, Abdul Ghaffar.
Hi, Atul. My friend Atul is my very close friend. Okay, so what is your question?
Yeah. Actually, that that is you started with this cancer. That is how the data can help to identify the particular type of cancers and this thing. So now you know that the cancer research actually more going to actually in the personalized medicine. Personalized medicine. Okay, so it is specific to a particular person. So that I want to know that how this big data actually helps in the development of a particular disease for or a medicine for a individual, actually the personalized medicine actually is called.
Okay, that is a very good question. So let me explain. Also, this is for audience also. So the healthcare is one of the area. There are so many areas. E-commerce area is there, banking area is there, healthcare area is there. So all area big data implementation is happening. Okay. So my brother asked me a very good question. The question, so there is a I told, okay, so one of the problem for cancer or especially COVID-19, you may also ask, okay, why it is delayed? Why medicine is not coming? Okay, so many people across the world, we have so many things, but why we are not able to develop quickly a medicine, okay, for COVID-19? And how big data going to help? How are they doing? They are also implementing the big data. So there is a one project is there as a, I don't know, this is a WebSphere project. So problem is happening. I cannot share my cancer data to anyone, right? Okay. So scientific community, what there is a WebSphere community is there, okay? So for a cancer is a very expensive and it's a very long disease, okay? So one of the problem is that cancer, okay, if a cancer is affected a person, okay, there may be variety of cancer, and cancer, the growth is a multi-dimensional. And okay, so multi-dimensional, and there is a various combination of patient with a sugar, patient with a, some other disease, okay, with a cancer, patient with a old, patient is a new, patient is a children, okay, patient is a gender, female. So various scenarios is there, okay, and we are not able to if we are find out what are the options, okay, how are the way it is growing, what are the various scenarios, if we can identify, then after that we can develop a precision medicine, okay? So that medicine will actually trap this cancer growth and it destroys it, but we are not able to. So, and it is taking time. So what they did, told across the world, okay, whatever the positive cancer is coming, okay, so they are a common platform and common location, okay, where people are moving, okay, all the data, but specific data security problem is there, okay, some of the things we are not disclosing. So all the data we are storing in a single location, okay, patient. Now in a big data, we have a huge amount of data, okay, in a single database. Now we are doing some classification kind of things. In the classification, we are identifying, it is a part of machine learning also. Yeah, you can say as a machine learning, it's a part of AI. So during classification time, okay, what we are doing, we are each kind of cancer we identify. There are 20 kind of cancer we have identified, okay. Out of 20 kind of cancer identified, we need a more and more number of cases. Because when I'm going to develop a drug, okay, we have to know all the scenario. So more the kind of patient's data is there, okay. So more. So suppose one patient who has a cancer, but he has a sugar is there, okay. So that time, normal cancer patient, what is the disease, okay, what is the medicine we can provide? For sugar, we can, there is a negative impact, right? So how it is going to help? So we have thousands or millions of similar kind of patient, and we have a more and more detailed level customized patient is there. So when we are going to develop a diagnosis medicine, so that time we are going to consider all the scenario. Otherwise, what level we are considering only 10 scenario, okay? And 10 scenario we develop the drug once keep into market. So there are some new cases. So instead of positive risk, more and more partial impact is happening. Okay, so that is the reason if you have a thousands of similar kind of cancer, but kind of variety of patient is there. Okay, so then we can implement our medicine. Okay, and we can tell. Okay, there is a clinical trial is done. Normally, clinical trial is that they initially they implement medicine which as a rat kind of thing, then guinea pig. Okay, then it goes to chimpanzee, then it goes to human. Okay, after human, they also variety of cases they are going to implement their medicine, and they have to observe this one. So if we capture this one, okay, and this observation will run for either 10 years or 15 years. Okay, and during this type, if any cases as a negative case is coming, so that time this our ICMR or as the FDA, this is the drug regulatory, they will not report this one. So if we have a more data, what I can say, more variety of data, okay. So we can say, okay, this whatever the drug we have designed, all kind of scenario testing, and we can say, okay, this particular cases, this drug is good, this particular cases, this is okay. So that way it will help, okay, to customize your as a precision specific medicine, because whatever the medicine cancer we are giving, we can say this can given for young, okay. But there are some this medicine we cannot give for other as a patient, okay, the old age, okay. So that time we can say, okay, some different kind of design, okay, is there for this drug that we can do. So in that way we can precise, okay, precise or intelligent way kind of things also we can do. Make sense, Atul, what I answer?
Yeah, thank you so much. I understood.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. So this is for as a big data. So big data, there is a normally we call it a V3. So where huge volume of data, okay, and variety of data. So we need to pull the data in a big data platform, okay, and after that we need to process. So every time people want as a very fast data, okay. So fast data. So another use case I am telling you people as the e-commerce. There is a widely used, okay. If you go Amazon, if you go Flipkart, okay, and if you buy something, okay, in this site, you are in a trap actually. So they know each and every test of you, okay. So now what they will do, they have some recommendation engine. This is the part of machine learning, okay. So they told, okay, this is the customer, he last time bought this item during his birthday, a son birthday, or family kind of things, okay. And normally he in the internet he search this kind of keyword, okay, this one. So they will recommend to you, okay. So this is the recommendation, okay, for you, okay. So they will force to buy. If you are sometime they have a collaboration with a bank, okay. If you say I don't have much more money, so they have a Paytm is there, right? Look, we can give a loan, okay. You can even I cannot take, we'll give a very cheap rate, okay. So this way, so this Amazon, this Flipkart, or all the e-commerce company, okay. So they are doing. So what they are doing, okay. So they are using the big data analytics, okay. Even Walmart also one of the largest company, okay. So they are using this. They are using this big data and machine learning or AI techniques, and they are selling the product instead of market, okay. Instead of market, if you buy something on their site, actually you are in trap, okay, and they will give a so cheap rate, okay, because they are buying something from the vendor actually instead of any shop, okay, and they will force to buy this one. So this is another great area. Also, if people know this Ola and Uber, right? So Ola, Uber also they are using this big data. So they are capturing the data. If you are install the Ola and Uber apps, okay, so they are trapping your the position where you're located, and they have a cab is there, right? So they are searching, find out what is the nearest, okay, Ola is available, okay. So and after that they are recommending, okay, and they are giving, okay, very cheap rate, okay, and they are using their car as well as. So they are using the machine learning and big data they actually doing their business across the world. Normally they are using the GPS. So here is another Ola and Uber. So I would like to give one more the real example. I don't know how many people have about this LinkedIn profile, right? So LinkedIn Microsoft bought, okay, with a huge amount, I think 20 or $25 billion. So how LinkedIn doing business? What is the value of LinkedIn? Okay, why it is so much value? So LinkedIn, whenever you are going to create any LinkedIn ID, you have to upload your information, your profile information. So LinkedIn has across the world all professionals information. Okay, means that they have a resume, my academic qualification, my current organization, previous organization, my technology, every information they capture. And also sometimes we upload our resume. So how LinkedIn doing business? Because how they are getting business, what they are doing, they are scanning all the resume. This is a text formatting there, sometimes structure, sometimes they're scanning the resume, okay, and after that they do some classification kind of things. So where they are identify various departments, a civil engineering, electrical engineering, academician, so all kind of job, whatever, okay, and their profile, okay, what is the skill set, they are grouping on area. Now suppose I'm a big data guy, okay, so they are scanning, okay, across the world this many big data. So some are the 1 year, some are the 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, based on their classifying. Some of the company now they are trying to recruit the big data resource, okay, but they needed a 4-year experience. So they cannot go Google, or they are normally going to Monster or some Naukri, but instead they are reach out to LinkedIn. But they are saying, I need the resource who has a 2 to 4 years experience in big data, and I need specific technology. LinkedIn, they're processing the data actually very quickly, okay, and giving the all email ID or as a phone number, everything. And this particular company, they are directly reaching out to. So how it is going to help? It is going to help myself because I also uploaded my resume. I don't need to go anywhere, as well as the company who want to recruit. So in that way, they are doing a lot of mapping actually. And as I told, right, so across the world, any profession, okay, they are scanning this one, okay, and they are giving the data. So all related to data, okay, they are using the big data technology, okay, machine learning or deep learning or AI technology they are using. And using this one, so but thing is that, okay, everyone they need to give more and more feature. Facebook, they need to go more and more feature in a LinkedIn, okay, more and more LinkedIn, okay, so that, okay, people should access. So now there is a best example is another WhatsApp. If people are using, everyone using, right? So WhatsApp, okay, again, WhatsApp is a Facebook product. So they are also scanning the data. So whatever that Facebook or WhatsApp, we are typing this one, whatever the image we attach this one, all the information for all users, they scanning this one, and they trying to understand the sentiment, okay. They're trying to understand the sentiment of the each and every customer, each and every test, okay. So they are analyzing the text data, what you like, what is dislike. Suppose somebody buy a phone, actually Nokia, some Redmi phone, okay. So they are trained, okay, what is the person, okay, they are using the Redmi, okay. So that way they collected all across the world, all the Redmi user, okay, and they want to know what is the positive feedback, what is the negative sentiment, okay. So this way they identify, and they reach out to Redmi company. These are the customer who is your favor, who is customer you are against, okay. So if you want to some new feature, okay, yeah, if you are saying some complaining something, this kind of data also they are capturing, so that when next time Redmi will come with a new version, okay, they'll give a more and more better feature. This is another, as a big example, it's in current, is a WhatsApp, this is that. And there is another example I can give, is a Twitter. You people may heard, right? So Twitter is one of the big area, okay. So Twitter is another big company, big area. They have a huge data. They are also heavily used as a big data as well as machine learning, okay. So suppose our prime minister, okay, he tweets something, okay. So he need to know what is the people's sentiment about the positive sentiment, about the negative sentiment. So what they are doing, this company, okay, they are pulling all your data. This is the text data, right? So this text data actually, so we need to text data into word split we need to do. Then there are some techniques is there. We have a positive keyword. So somebody tell about here the impressive keyword, okay, about positive. So there may be some keywords will be heavily is a positive. Somebody is so we are giving some weightage, statistical weightage kind of things, okay. So in that way we are identifying these are the people particular this topic, okay. The 5 million is a positive about this topic, somebody is a negative. Even some product also, somebody tweets something on particular product. Even news channels, some news they also put this one something as a news, okay. So news area also, so particular this news somebody is a favor, somebody against, okay. So how to identify? So all the things is happening using big data. You have a text data is there. It is very difficult to analyze, but using the certain big data techniques, using the certain machine learning or something technique, okay, we are able to analyze this data. We are identifying who is a positive, who is a negative, who is a neutral, okay. And what about the product, okay, this product plus point, product minus point, okay. So this one, and so that, okay, they can understand, they can control the people. So this is the another big example of as a Twitter, okay. So that will help. And regarding this healthcare, right, I told, so in future, okay, this is also going to happen in my country also. We spend a lot of money in healthcare, but we don't know who is affected what. So when normally I'm in South India a long time, okay. So many of my Bengali people are coming, they're going treatment. Somebody has a sugar, somebody has a kidney stone, somebody has a gallbladder, somebody has a pressure, somebody has a cancer kind of things. But we don't know what is the root cause. But if we have the data, all the clinical lab testing data, doctors' data, and if you can analyze this data, okay, and we can reach out, okay, we can find out, okay, what is the top 10 disease in our state for last 1 year, okay, what is the root cause? Sometimes what happens, there is arsenic kind of things are there, okay, people are affected, but we don't know. Sometimes some of the areas, some nuclear uranium kind of things, these people are the physical handle. Sometimes we have a very bad habit, okay. So bad habit, this one means we are eating too much as a non-veg item, okay, but we don't know what is the impact, okay. But if we have a data and if we analyze this one and we can say this is the disease, this sugar is happening due to resin, this gallbladder stoning, kidney is happening due to resin, okay, this cancer is happening this due to disease, this arsenic problem is happening, then you can prevent this one, okay. So here actually there is a lot of scopes are there. Even definitely our government point of view, there's a digital India is there, healthcare something is there. So it is also is a part of health as a big data. Even our Aadhaar card also part of healthcare, big data actually. So we can store our large data, okay, and we can process, we can meaningful information, and we can recommend, okay. So people are eating something, okay. So we can recommend don't eat this kind of thing. Suppose rainy season happening, we have a mobile phone there, right? So there will be chances of suppose the COVID-19 also, okay. So we are actually socialize this one more and more. This is also part of big data actually, because WhatsApp is totally done on big data, Facebook is totally done on the big data, Google also running big data, okay. So if you search Google, if you have a Gmail ID, if you open Gmail ID and search some keyword, Google understand, okay, you are searching this one, and then then they definitely they will recommend. So when next time you open your Gmail ID, okay, sometimes you are getting some message kind of things, okay. So some specific message to you, because this message it is a customized every user, okay. It should not come, okay. The person who is not using goggles, it will not come to you. Only who is using goggles, he will get this information. So that also another area, okay. The big data implementation. And on more, just last one I need to explain the banking, okay. So banking is another very banking is an area, okay. So normally if the fraud analytics is there, right? Sometimes you heard, okay, my from account my money is gone, okay. Somebody withdraw my money, okay. This kind of scenario now it is happening. From credit card, all money is gone, okay. So now bank a little bit concerned because now digitization is happening, right? So bank they are giving facility from mobile, okay, you can transfer the money. From credit card, you can transfer the money, okay. From Paytm, we can earn money. But if your money is gone, if your something is hacked, okay, so there is a big issue, bank. So bank has to give the security. So I will tell one the real time fraud analytics in banking, how they're using this one. So suppose, so in the real time bank analytics also big data as well as machine learning or this kind of things we are using this one, okay. So how we are using, so what is happening, a bank normally what is happening, so whatever the customer, suppose SBI bank, I have a bank account SBI, I have a credit card SBI, internet banking SBI, okay. So what bank is doing, okay, or any Citibank or any bank, okay. So bank, whatever the transaction we are doing, okay, that data they are storing, okay, somewhere, customer, okay, large data, okay. Large data we are storing, and we call it the historical data. Last 1 year, whatever my transaction, or 2 years, 3 years, whatever my transaction is happening, okay, they keep this one, okay. And using machine learning, so what is happening whenever any transaction happen right now, so transaction normally happen within a 20 second or 30 second. So if I identify some fraud, okay, after 1 hour, then money is gone. But I have to identify, okay, real time actually within 30 seconds. So the moment a transaction will happen, so using big data, okay, we are parsing the transaction, okay, and we are matching this particular, this customer already data is there, right? So we are thinking, okay, when the last transaction happened and which location this transaction happened, which, so if we found, okay, just 30 minutes before I did a transaction from Kolkata, and after 30 minutes, there is a one transaction happening from Bangalore. So there is a logical mind, right? So these two actually, people cannot come, okay, within 30 minutes to Bangalore, okay? Or some transaction is happening from America, okay? So we don't have any passport, so we cannot go any America this time. So that means there is a suspicious, okay? Because there is, right now, currently this person is Bangalore, okay? And how it is possible? So that scenario, one scenario, okay, that time okay, there is suspicious, then they normally ask, apart from OTP, okay, they will ask some other question to you, okay? So to make sure that you are the correct person. Sometimes what happens, okay, I give my bank account to my brother, he is doing, okay, there may be possibility, but this is very rare scenario, okay? There's a very rare scenario, okay, so it's not possible within 30 minutes, one transaction in Kolkata, then another transaction in Bangalore. There may be some, I have a credit card limit or bank account, I have a 1 lakh is there, right? So suddenly one transaction happened, I got a message or something banking. So it is a 90,000, but they will check your past history. Okay, this person, did any transaction more than 90? So that time we very quickly using big data analysis. Okay, normally this person take maximum 50,000. So that means there is a suspicious, okay? So that time also they will do some alarm kind of things, the kind of thing. Sometimes that have, okay, normally, okay, there is a one transaction happen, but it's somebody buying gold actually. So again, it will quickly check, okay, whatever the item normally this guy's last 5 years bought. So there is normally cloth or books or some other, he never bought anything gold actually. So that scenario also, okay, so this is a suspicious. So think whatever every transaction is happening, okay, using real big data, real time, we are identifying whether this transaction is suspicious or not. And based on, we are alarming, we are disabling the account for the time being, or we are notifying the bank. So this is another very big area, okay. This big area is a big data implementation, big data as well as machine learning or AI. Another example, as you people may have some health insurance. Okay, normally it's very common. If you go to market, I need to buy a health insurance. Okay, so health insurance, or I need to, if you go on the market, buy some bike or car, there is a car insurance. Sir, please take a car insurance. It's a mandatory actually nowadays. Okay. So this kind of scenario, okay, when bank or insurance company, they are going to do a strategy, okay. So this year I am going to plan for health insurance. So what I need to give a premium amount means if any person affected by disease, okay. Okay, I told, okay, for this particular disease, okay, you have to pay every year, every month as a 1,000 or 2,000, or every year you do 24,000. And this insurance will cover, okay, this disease actually. This disease, okay, you have a fever is there, operation is this kind of things. Yeah, second option, if you have a car insurance, okay, if any accidental happen, anything happen. So here, big data is very important. Earlier, okay, they not much, normal 1 year or 2 year data normally do, and based on they create a formula. Yeah, also another scenario, loan kind of things, right? I am going to strategy, I go to home loan, okay, what kind of people I need to give a home loan? So this told, okay, they told the 3 years data, they took this one. And using normal traditional techniques, okay, these are the people can give already took a loan but paid loan amount it, but some of the cases they are not able to loan, okay. So when I am going to create a model actually as a loan kind of, I need to give the loan or not. So that time earlier technique was that the 1 year, 2 year, 3 year happened. The real problem happened now, example I'm giving. So now you have a health insurance in India, some of the phone company, okay? So you are paying 2,000 every year, every month actually, or 24,000 every month, okay? So now what happened, due to pandemic, this COVID came. And during, okay, because they did only 2 year, 3 year data based on, okay, this kind of disease frequently happen. So for that, you need to pay more money. But they never go any more past, okay, history. They never considered 10 year, 20 year, 30 years, they never considered. So due to COVID, actually, what happened, now everyone claiming for COVID. So what will happen with the insurance company? Okay, man, I don't have money. But you mentioned in your policy, right, any disease, okay, except cancer, okay. The problem, if he has the data, okay, more and more data, then maybe definitely he can consider this constant, because there may be some risk area is there, right? So that is the reason during policy making, he have to consider if he has a more and more data, 20 year, 30 year, 40 year, 50 year, 90 years, okay? There may be some rare scenario, but this kind of scenario will happen, okay? So for this particular scenario, if we have a more data, so we can better policy and company will not lose. Similarly, your car insurance, right? So you remember, okay, so they did a car insurance. So if your car damage, anything problem happened. But what happened, suddenly flood happened. What happened in Chennai, flood happened, Bengal flood happened, some earthquake happened, okay? So now every day we're going to claim this one. But that time bank told 1%, 2%, 3%, I can 100%, but I cannot pay this amount of money, right? Okay. So that is the reason. Okay, so then they told, okay, if we have a more and more, now big data coming into picture. If we have a more and more data, so then we can predict based on our past data, we can predict our future more and more. Because in future, in the past 10 years back, one incident happened, the huge flood happened. That time all the car or all the damage happened. So that time when policy will create at that time, they will only this COVID or pandemic kind of things, or as any natural disaster affect any your car, anything affected by natural, we should not pay the money. So this is another area, okay, so where big data is using, okay. So in that way, actually, all area they are using big data nowadays. I said banking is there, retail is there, social networking media is there. If you go as a YouTube, okay, you can imagine, okay, YouTube every day so many image we are loading, okay. So Google also, based on the image, based on the image they are processing and trying to find out what is you like, what is dislike. Now, if you are talking in a phone, actually, so phone also, whatever the talk you are going on, right, that is also data, right, some part data. So we can also identify what kind of information we are passing this one, okay. So here also you are using, and one of the latest one, so you may heard this Reliance Jio, right? Okay, you heard this, there is a Reliance Jio. In COVID, every organization going to down, but Reliance Jio is getting, they are earning more and more, and all the people are investing money. Why they are investing money? They're investing money because they have the data, all the customer data. And how they did, initially, they give this mobile free of cost, okay? You can use everyone, village to village, local people can use this one. And they are also giving some, okay, we have some, okay, 2 GB, 3 GB, 3 GB, 5 GB is free. So people are happy, okay, I'm getting a free mobile, I'm getting this amount of GB, okay, so they are happily using. But what they are actually doing, they are capturing your data, they are tracking your all the activities. And after that, using this big data technology, okay, this kind of as a Amazon or other, not only Reliance, other organization, they will capture this data, they will process the data, they will find out sentiment, they will find out the relation, okay, and they will find out your mobile number, your email ID, all the information, and they will reach out to customer, okay, specific customer, okay, this particular user has tested this one, and you can sell the product in that way. They will give a customized ad, okay, to your Facebook page or Reliance Mobile, they will get a message actually. So in that way, that is the reason, okay, it is a nowadays 21st century they call. Data is oil actually, okay, like oil, okay. I told her the sugar cane, right? So more and more you can process more and more meaningful information, you need to find out the relation, okay. So this will help actually, and in that way you can reach out anyone, okay, any organization and any particular person in the mean. Because Ola, Uber, they don't have nothing. They have a virtual, they have an algorithm is there and they are processing the data, big data, some technology very fast. Okay. But what they are doing, they are giving the facility. Okay. Both driver as well, taxi people as well as customer also. So both are the win-win situation. So these are the thing actually, big data analytics use case. Okay. And it is coming more and more nowadays. Every sector is going to big data, every sector going to as a machine learning, as a deep learning, there's AI kind of things. So this is pause, okay? Right now I'm pausing for 5 minutes. Anybody has any question?
We have some questions.
Yes.
I had noted down them. So maybe if you can address them, that would be helpful.
Sure.
Okay. So we have, how are the job opportunities for Apache Spark? And we have a similar kind of question. So if you, I think you can answer both of them. When you are performing analysis, are you using MapReduce or Spark? So basically it looks like it's from Prasenjit Mahapatra. So basically Mr. Mahapatra is looking at which MapReduce or Spark, which is we use most for analytics. And it's the same question from Prasenjit Mahapatra. He's asking that, I think he's looking for the job opportunity where we have a more job opportunity in the Apache Spark or maybe MapReduce or what.
Okay. Let me. So this is a more and more technical audience. Okay. So let me explain. So this is not technical. Okay. This is a big data world. So the big data world, we have some layer is there. Okay. One is a data ingestion, data collection. Second layer is a data storage layer. Third layer is a data processing. So you are talking data processing layer. Okay. So data processing, some of the time, okay, we need to process throughout the day, okay, whatever the data came, I need to process. So for that, if you say 1 hour, 2 hour, not a problem, okay. But there is a requirement. Everyone want as a now. I need to know status. I need to all my vehicles current position now, okay. So if you want to do process very fast, okay, and if you want to do a general process, I mean, if you want to do a process, a structure data, if you want to process the unstructured data, if you want to process from Hive data source, okay, if you process some S3 data source, okay, if you want to process in a real-time streaming data, continuously data is coming, and you want to do real-time analytics is there, okay. If you want to do as a machine learning, okay, so this Spark has this capability. So all in a single framework, you can do all, okay. But if you do single the map, right? So this is called as a batch line, offline process. You cannot do as a real-time analytics. You cannot do as a in-memory process. Because some of the time you need a very fast. You can do processing only fast when it is a in. So my suggestion now, all the organization, most of the organization, MapReduce is there, okay, but this is outdated. So there are more focusing a generalized MapReduce, which is being used by the Spark. Okay, so if you go market, almost every, if it is a data engineering role is there, right? They definitely, I will ask first question, do you know Spark? So Java, it may be language, Java, Scala, Python, or in, but first they will ask us Spark. That is the reason Hadoop MapReduce job is nowadays people are not asking. They normally asking as a Spark. Okay. And as a job opportunity point of view, okay, now last 10 years, okay, Java, .NET, yes, so many RDMS, this role, this one. But another 5 to 10 years, this big data analytics, they are going to roll. Okay, so you have they are going to capture all the data. If you go market right now, everyone capturing the data. It may be Facebook, it may be Twitter. If you go market shopping, can you fill up the forms there? If you are going to join something, can you fill up the form for registration, this one? So the data is now is very critical. So most of the organization, as a banking sector, as a retail sector, as a social networking sector, now there is the IoT sector is coming to picture. People know there's a smart city is there, right? Your data will be captured. IoT, your data will be captured by smart city. Okay, so every time this data will be captured. Okay, and if data is capturing more and more, okay, data volume is increasing, and that is the reason this cannot be handled by any RTMS. So that scenario, you need a big data. Okay, so I am going to explain some other interesting story. Okay, for a generalist people also. This is also part of this IoT. You have to come into picture. So IoT is a very common. IoT is as a smart city, city. IoT in a agriculture area. Okay, So what is happening? Okay, now, okay, till now, okay, through internet registration. Now what? Human data also going to capture the data. You maybe heard the Apple Health Kit. So one of the objective is that we have some certain disease, okay? We don't know, okay? Suddenly all of the day we go to clinical lab due to some problem and come to know I have a cancer, type 4. But these things not happen in a 1 day, 2 day, 3 days, not happen, right? It takes a long time. Suppose I have a sugar, okay? It not happen 1 day, 2 day. We do my bad habit, it happen, okay? Now suppose I have some kidney stone, okay, due to bad kind of food, okay? So it happen actually. So it not happen also. So now thing is that if I can capture my data, day-to-day activity, or at least, so if we have captured and if I analyze this one, then it can help to predict any kind of certain disease, okay, early instead of last stage. And it will also help for preventive kind of things, okay. So how, let me, so you may remember there is a Google Glass is there, right? So Google Glass, okay, there is on Google product. Yeah, you know, you may have Apple Health Kit. So it normally what it do? It capture your heartbeat, it capture your temperature, it capture your pressure kind of thing. Now, there is a healthcare doctor expertise they are discussing. If I, by capturing temperature, pressure, heartbeat, okay, or Google Glass, normally they capture the sugar actually. Okay, can we capture the data, and using this data, can I predict, okay, if I have some defect? Suppose I have a health kit in the Apple, okay, it normally capture your heartbeat, okay. So normally heartbeat time, okay, daytime I have a certain heartbeat, nighttime when I'm sleeping heartbeat, okay, this kind of heartbeat is there. But what happened? I am not sleeping properly. My sleeping is not happening, but it is happening continuously, long term, okay. So what happened? If I capturing this data every day and storing and analyze this one, I come to know, okay, I am not sleeping properly. My deep sleep is not happening. I am disturbed actually. So there maybe then we can, this Apple Health is there. If you are not sleeping 8 hours, if you are not sleeping continuously, yeah, if in your glucose level, okay, they capture through Google Glass, okay. If you're not as certain, if you continue in this way 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, they are predicting we are going to affect you with certain disease. So this big data and machine learning also help to you, okay, to predict your disease early as well as preventive kind. So this is the thing, if you people may aware, okay, if you are not, we don't have any more and more physical activity, right? So through Apple Health, they're suggesting, they're recommending, okay, every day you have to run 5 kilometers. Okay, so how they're calculating this? So when you're moving this one, they're calculating. So they, in that way, actually, this kind of technology, big data or machine learning, or you can say as a AI, okay, it is going to help, okay, to predict as well as preventive kind of things. Suppose in there is a sensor is a very important role. You may remember, right? In Western countries they're using. So what is happening? Okay, so there are some child, 1 month child, 2 month child, they cannot speak anything, right? They cannot tell anything. Okay, and there are some old age people, they have a heart problem is there, okay. So by my father, somebody's parent is alone, okay, nobody is at home. So what is happening? They using this device actually, and this device is connected through hospital, through drone, through mobile apps, okay. So whenever your son continuously they are capturing certain intervals. So whenever they face a heartbeat suddenly increasing, or suppose some kids, okay, somebody in front of face some object came, okay, he has some breathing problem, okay. So they are automatically alarming actually, okay, to nurses, to hospital, and automatically some heart attack happen. Automatically they are alarmed to as a hospital, nearest hospital. Drone is coming, they are picking this one. So these are the things going to happen in future also. So that time actually, so as an individual person level data is going to capture, and it will help to as a preventive as well as predictive. One more example I give as the IoT, Internet of Things, if people heard actually. There is a smart city coming to picture. So what is happening? Everybody has a, I can as a, normally sometimes I discuss with my friend, is a mind and mood enable. This is a part of the, so means I have a home, okay. So nobody is there in my home, but my home is connected with the internet, okay. And it will use as a machine learning or AI kind of things. So what we are doing is the moment, okay. So I am capturing all my data about my habit last 1 year. So normally when I wake up, okay, I normally this time wake up. So that time wake up, I open the window, okay. And after when I sleep, okay, what time sleep, okay. So what is happening? These things captured, okay, and these things, okay, we can as a implement. So what will happen? and as a using IoT and this one. So when I will enter, my gate automatically went. So before coming to my home, okay, this flash will be happen. There will be some robot actually. They will clean my room, okay. And after that, there is some of the delicious food I like, but fridge automatically identify this food is not there. Okay, they will actually automatically alarm, send a message to nearest store actually. They will deliver this one. And after that, robot will clean this one. Okay, sometimes what happens is a Friday night, okay, I need to enjoy it a little bit. Okay, so I have some certain song, automatically song will be enabled this one. Some of the time, okay, my home is there, okay, they have a window is there, right? So some normal time, morning time, I need to open manually by hand, okay. But mesh, it is automatically it will open, okay. Sometimes I forget to switch off my light, switch off my Wi-Fi, okay. So in the mobile, I have a control. I can check, oh, this is open, I stop this one. Okay, so my home will be connected with the internet. Okay, it will be connected with the internet. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So we.
Hello, go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Tell me.
Yeah. So basically, we have more questions and we have very less time, so we need to wrap.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not saying that everyone's question is not valid, but it is look more relevant. Why I'm saying more relevant, because other question already we have answered, but it's a kind of different question. It's more into the career oriented. We have a question from audience like, okay, what exactly to be a big data engineer? What are the technologies we need to learn? But if I modulate the question, restructure the question, my question would be, as a project manager, when you'd like to hire somebody in your project, what the qualities you'd like to look into that candidate? Would it be a tool-based knowledge or something else? Because you know that what is happening nowadays, there are most of organizations or institutes, they said, okay, training on the big data, training on Spark, and etc., etc. But only those training will help, or something else also you look at when you are hiring a resource for your project as a project manager. Okay. I'm talking about the freshers, not even the experience.
Okay, that's okay. Generally, okay, for a big data, this is a good question, because market need actually millions of resource big data. Okay, big data or machine learning, but we are not getting the proper resource. So if we want a resource, so what kind of resource? So now for a big data, my experience is that, okay, maybe, okay, my this experience is that, so a person should have first is the programming knowledge, very important for big data. Okay, any programming knowledge, he should be logical mind. Okay, he has some RDMS, the database knowledge. Okay, this is mandatory. Okay, he has good knowledge on a Linux environment, because a whole big data platform, everything run on a Linux. So he want to understand this process, resource, CPU, how RAM. Okay, how we are managing our resource when we are writing any program. Okay, that time how we can optimize this one as a programming point of view. He needs some mathematical knowledge actually. So now mathematical, some mathematics or statistics also as a basic level knowledge is there. So programming, database, mathematical, statistical, and he should have as a learning tendency, because 5 years back, whatever the big data tool was there, now it is outdated. Okay, so new thing. So apart from this one, he has some idea on this cloud level. It may be anything, it may be AWS, it may be Azure, it may be GCP. But what is cloud? That kind of knowledge you need to have. So that kind of knowledge they can through YouTube. So for I told, right, what kind of resource project you need is as an administrator level you need, as a data engineer level, but a data science level. If you need as a data engineer level, so the person should have a good knowledge in programming, person should have a good knowledge in database, one database, okay, he can find the query, okay, some good knowledge in Linux level. I think that is as a fresher level, okay. But if you are hiring somebody as a data science point of view, so this person should have good knowledge in as a mathematical, statistical model, okay. And Python is overwhelming, okay. Python is very popular nowadays. Python programming, should, but it will be better if he is a Python knowledge, because it will cover both the data engineer as well as data science. So that, okay, and RDMS also required for this data science level. If you're not the admin guy, actually administrator, so for that he need very good knowledge on as a Linux level. Okay, but this data science as well as this data engineer level, Spark also is very common. So that is the reason I told you, he need to know one programming knowledge. He can learn Spark. Okay, it is not a rocket science. Okay, 3-month, 4-month present. But Spark, okay, and programming knowledge, one database, knowledge in Linux, data engineer. For data science, okay, they need to know as a this statistics, mathematical, and business and domain knowledge. It will come from as experience, but generally this is the thing. Does that make sense? Okay, what I did?
Yeah, I think yes. So if we summarize this, so you can categorize into two segments. One is for freshers and one is for experience, right?
Correct.
So when it is for experience, it's more into project based, but but Python, R, and Spark are more in demand right now based on the current market scenario. If you are experienced,
Correct.
but for the freshers, as you said, that basically you would like to look into the qualities that he or she has as a fresher, because whatever they have learned, maybe any technology or any programming language, whether they know it properly or not, or they have a proper learning capabilities or not. That is most important for a freshers, right?
Correct.
So you'd like to advise freshers that whatever they are learning, they should learn it properly and in detail with a proper current market scenario knowledge, and they can get it from the Google itself.
Correct. So they have if the fresher or experienced, they should have they should curious about the new technology, because it is very drastically changing. Because when 2 years back, cloud was not much, but now every organization they are asking cloud. Okay, but this is not as a rocket science. You can learn 3 months. You can you can go some cloud academy. You can learn this one. Fresher level also they can quickly learn this one. So basic, whatever the need for their actually data processing, data storage, or data ingestion, there's a basic level. Okay, so that
So they have to have a good knowledge on the data engineering. I mean, engineering level, they must have to have a basic knowledge, so that whenever you make them learn something new, they can capture it.
Correct.
That is more important, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I think we can wrap it up. We have one more question here. Like it's a very common question. Like when you said that WhatsApp you mentioned about the WhatsApp data, right?
Correct.
One of our guests would like to know that WhatsApp says that they are encrypting their data when we are chatting between each other. But then how come they are tracking our data actually? How they are tracking our data?
Okay, data, that is also a good question, but my understanding is that, okay, they can encrypt this one, but this data is available in their server, right?
So basically, is this something like that? So encryption means they are hiding the data during the transition so that someone else cannot steal the data. But the technology they are using for encryption of the data, they have the same technology to decrypt the data. So when they are storing the data to their server, they have a complete access to it. But encryption is only to protect the data during transition. Means when I'm chatting with you, and before it goes to you or before it reaches to server, somebody should not steal the data in between. That is for encryption, correct?
Yeah. So if I am chatting with you, I cannot see. Okay,
right. Some third party cannot steal the data in between when the packets are processing. Correct. So that is the encryption we are doing. So end of the day, we have the data. They have the data in their server, and the end point of time they can read it using their own technology they have used to encrypt the data.
They are doing their analytics actually. I told text mining, analysis, all kind of analytics they are doing. Okay, and they are just customer behavior, customer taste, customer what like, dislike. Okay, so all the things they're tracking in that way.
We have one more question from Murshad Alam. Murshad Alam is asking, is there any way of escaping the big data or algorithm control except switching off the Google or Facebook, etc., which seems difficult? So I think I'm not sure what he's trying to understand. It looks like he's trying how we can save our data being exposed to the third-party companies when they are using our data for their own purpose. I think this is what exactly is looking. Please correct me if I'm wrong in this.
So can you come once again?
So basically, it looks like he's want to know that when we are using Facebook or Google, any platform, how we can bypass ourselves from tracking bypass them to tracking our data. So basically, Google, Facebook, they are tracking us, right?
They're
Tracking.
yeah.
So is this difficult, or how we can do that?
No,
How
no.
we can
For
bypass it?
to track your data, you're talking as a third party. I need to buy the data, okay, and I need to do something that we're talking.
I'm not sure. This is the question. It looks like. So basically, I think we can say that when we are searching something, everything is getting saved into their database.
Correct.
So it is not like they're stealing our data, but this looks like they are using the data to analyze the pattern, which
Correct.
Anyway, they are doing a business, but it helps us as well.
Correct.
Like as you mentioned that if we don't provide our data, so it will not help us to do some invention like if you give an example being the cancer treatment, cancer medicine. So basically they have data so that they can invent it based on the pattern and all, right?
Correct. So this is a between agreement actually. If you want to buy, you can buy data. Okay. Suppose is a Twitter is there, right? So if you want to buy the data from Twitter, you can buy. So we can pull the data. There are some third-party tool is there. You can pull the data. You can do something that, but it should be a Twitter and you. Okay. You have to buy this one. Okay. Sometimes whatever the e-commerce company is there, some of the company, suppose mobile company. So mobile company, they're selling, their mobile is purchased by various e-commerce site, right? They're not their own site. So then mobile company also, they reach out to all the e-commerce site. So whatever the product, my product people have purchased, can you give the data to me every day, okay? So they're collecting from Amazon, from Flipkart, from any other sources, okay? So this particular customer information, product information. So they have an agreement and they are buying the data. So that time the data actually sending to this particular and they are doing their own analytics. Okay.
Okay. I think we have one more question. I think they can make it a last question from Munaf S. He is asking what is main difference between data engineer and data science?
Okay. So data engineer is more and more about from various source. Okay. Data collection this one, data storage this one, and data processing this one. Okay. This is the more and more as data engineer. For data science is that, okay, this is more and more as a model creation. Okay, model creation, let me tell one example. So I am a bank, okay, I have to provide solid money. I have a strategy this year, whom I need to provide the loan or not, okay. So for that, I need to create a model. Model is just nothing, okay. What are the information I need, okay, which is necessary based on the past history. The past history means what are the person took loan and they are not able to pay, whatever the person took loan and they are able to pay, okay. So this kind of information. So this as a data engineer level, the task is that from multiple sources, they will collect the data, particular customer, okay. And after that, they will process this huge amount of data, okay. And they will give a good quality of data because of your whole model, whatever the formula you are going to create in the machine in a data science, okay. So it depends on your data. If your data is not correct, whatever you model created, whatever accurate, it should not work, okay. So in that situation, the data engineer role is that more and more data collection, data storage, data process, okay, and data standard format, okay, and data can is a better data quality. Once this data is provided, then now this data is used by this data science team for create the model. Normally they do some data profiling. So what is the quality of data? I am going to create a formula based on certain attributes, right? So this attribute has there is no any data. Data is not then how I can create a model. Okay, so that is the data engineering part, more and data collection, data store, data process, and give a quality of better and accurate data. Data science, after that, they need to create the model actually based on the past history and create a formula.
So basically, these two are part of data analytics. One is giving me the information, and one is actually processing with those information. If I give in a very basic way, if I would like to answer, right?
Okay, so second one is the data as a model creation for a data future prediction. This is the data science normally work, okay? And to create the model, he needed data, right? So that data is scattered across the multiple source. Okay,
right.
So data engineer, but nowadays, but nowadays big data, okay? So now if it's a data science, he has this model knowledge, but definitely he has also other knowledge regarding other knowledge for this data engineering, because if you have a billions of data, right? So if you are going to create a model, so we have to also understand, okay, how I am going to create the process of data. So some basic knowledge of data engineering, but he is the expertise in data science. Okay, create the model prediction, this one. Same thing also data engineer. He has expertise in data engineer role, but he has some data. As a who is the end user of this? Data science is the end user. So that point of view, he has some basic knowledge of data science. So that is kind of nowadays requirement. Be frank, actually in market, okay, they are saying as a data science, but people are doing data engineering. Also, some people there are data engineering that they are doing, but as ideally this is the situation, okay, because suppose I am creating a exit poll model, right? It's a real life, okay, who is going to election? But if I doing a sampling wrong way, if I did not collect proper data, okay, and specific from daily I collect all the data, then definitely people will say, okay, same kind of, right? But data collection is a part of the data engineering. Data collection, data store, data process, okay, data security also. Because data science, okay, you can access the data, but you cannot access all the data. Here is some rule regulation. Because healthcare also, so data security also part of data engineering. But this data science means data as a model creation actually, for risk model creation or predictive model creation and any kind of the recommendation kind of things. This is a part of data science.
Yeah, thank you. We have one more question from Base Lecture Admin.
Yeah.
What is your thought on Elon Musk's talk on AI?
Once again, what is?
What is your thought? What do you think on Elon Musk's talk on AI?
So AI is another new area. I don't much more I think I study along, but this as a artificial intelligence area. Okay, so robot, especially for driverless car, is there one of the big area. I think he's also working on it. So driverless car is there. It's one of the big things actually. Musk also, Elon Musk also doing. Okay, so there should not be a driver. Okay. But that kind of, okay, lot of as I told, like AI, especially the deep learning, this convolution neural network, they are using this one. But it will take a time because this is a natural intelligence or artificial intelligence. So sometime, okay, only we can launch this one once we are 100% accurate, okay, for our prediction kind of things. So this driverless car, okay, yeah, some robotic kind of things. So I think Elon Musk also he's working a lot in this driverless car. Sometimes he succeed, but still it is not as 100% accurate. Okay, that kind of thing. Make sense?
Yeah, I think this makes sense. And it looks like we do not have any more question on this. And it was really nice session by you. And there are a lot of things we came to know about the data analytics and as well as big data and AI. Thank you for your time and giving us the knowledge on this. And I think it is 9 p.m. It's time to wrap up. So thank you for being with us.
So I think we can close, right? So thanks, audience. Okay,
Yes.
I try my best. Okay, and if people can reach out in my personal Gmail ID. So here, actually, the audience, if you need a more and more technical point of view, right? So I have.
Yeah, I think we have shared the email address in a chat group. If there is any further question someone has, they can reach back to us, and
Yes.
we can route it to you.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we can close, right?
Yeah, we can close. Yeah.
No.
Okay, good night, everyone.
Hello.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, please.
আমাদের বেসের পক্ষ থেকে ভোট অফ থ্যাঙ্কস জানাবেন আমাদের নার্গিস ম্যাডাম।
I'm sorry.
আমাদের বেসের পক্ষ থেকে ভোট অফ থ্যাঙ্কস জানাবেন আমাদের নার্গিস ম্যাডাম। সো নার্গিস ম্যাডাম, ইটস ওভার টু ইউ।
Yes, sir. Thank you, Sain sir. First of all, I would like to thank BASE for giving me the opportunity to deliver a vote of thanks. Good evening to all of you present here. On behalf of Bengali Academia for Social Empowerment, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our today's speaker, Muhammad Abdul Ghaffar, for his kind and excellent deliberation. Thank you, sir. I would like to thank Mr. Farooq Ali Khan for coordinating today's session very well. Thank you, sir. I cordially thank all participants who joined today's lecture and constantly show their interest on BASE. I also would like to thank our President, Vice President, GS, and all members of the BASE for their active support to make BASE lecture series happening successfully. Once again, I thank you all for joining today's program. And there is an announcement for our participants. Please do not miss our tomorrow's lecture series, number 17, which is on the crisis of citizenship and Bangladeshi paradox by Professor Tanveer Fasal from Department of Sociology, University of Hyderabad at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow. Sure. Thank you. Over to you, Shah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
থ্যাংক ইউ নার্গিস আহমেদ ম্যাডাম। আচ্ছা, সেশনটা আমরা এখানেই শেষ করছি। তো আমাদের আবার কালকে লেকচার আছে, কালকে আবার আসবে প্ল্যাটফর্মে। থ্যাংক ইউ এভরিবডি।
Thank you.
Thank you.